Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Lionel. I'm your host for LT Productions, and you're watching I Watch You Watch. We are covering Sistas. This is season 9, right? Episode 20. I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like this video. You can also subscribe and leave your comments below. Now let's get into this episode. Okay, y'all. So it looks like we're getting together to have a bon voyage party for Karen as she's about to leave and all that good stuff. Danny's really feeling down. Our girl Pam ends up giving her a hairstyle, something different to the braids that Danny got. I'm glad she needed some type of other hairstyle because she ain't got it. But you can tell that Danny's really feeling down because she did lose that job. Pam was like, you should still come out, but she still don't want to go. So I don't know where they're meeting up at. I don't know if that was Maurice's place or whatever, but everybody's there, including Dylan. Sabrina is giving that tough friend, like, if you hurt my friend, you're going to have to come see about me type of stuff. Then she's talking about, did Maurice mention that I was in jail? What are your intentions towards my friend? Da, 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 da. And then she said, I'm not afraid to go back. Ma'am, stop it. But anyways, at Andy's home while she's getting ready, her mama busts in and saying, ooh, you got a young gentleman caller coming, da 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 da. You know, the usual spill with how moms want to push you off into getting into some type of relationship. And she's like, no, I don't have no one. And then she was like, look, I know it's not that obvious, but I am getting older. And I would love some children around here, with some grandchildren and all that. You need to get married. It's like, I don't really see me, at least in the definite future, getting anybody. Next thing you know, I forgot her mom's name. She ends up not feeling well. Like, almost like she was getting some seizure, stroke type of stuff going on. And Andy's like, well, let me get you to the hospital. She's like, no, I just didn't take my medicine. Andy wanted to stay with her. She said, no, I'm going to go on to church. And Andy's like, look, I don't think that you should do that. Mama's stubborn and like, look, let me alone and we'll be okay. Andy leaves. She goes on to the party. Maurice was messy in front of Fatima and Karen. I honestly, I'm going to tell you this much. I really think that the writers this season have now orchestrating a way to find the funny back into the show. I think that there's been a separation, there's been a break since the whole Karen versus Fatima and Zach type of situation, you know? And to me, it's kind of getting back to how the show first started. If y'all feeling that, maybe you're not feeling that, I don't know. But it's feeling that way in some ways, even though we're about to lose Karen and all that. What was I gonna say? But yeah, Karen asked, okay, so where's Danny at? And then Sabrina's like kind of beating around the bush that really Danny doesn't really want to show. They called Danny. Oh, I forgot this part. I had to go back. I forgot. Wait. Before Karen got to her party, she's getting dressed and all that. Now, I had a big question mark. She goes out into the living room and it's just prepping Aaron. Oh, what's going on? Like, she pumped milk and all that good stuff, which I'm fine with. But then she's like, well, if she starts fussing, do this, do that, da 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 da. What are you talking about, Karen? Remember, you checked out and Aaron was raising the child from the time she was born until you finally came to yourself? Like, I don't understand why they wrote that, though. Because, no, Aaron got this. The breast pump stuff or the breast milk, good. Let them know that you did all that. Cool. So anyways, back to the party. Yeah. Oh my God, Maurice, that was so messy. He made all these jokes in regards to Zach passing around his seed to both Karen and Fatima and all that stuff, and getting them both pregnant and all that. It was hilarious, but I said, no. So Karen got Danny to come, even though she wasn't really feeling it. Now, does she get to the? Yeah, she got to the house, and Maurice, of course, is always slamming Danny, slamming anybody on their fashions and stuff. And he was like, "You just came in here in workout attire." So they ended up getting a new dress for Danny, and it's more white, more uplifting. I think Danny needed to get out of that color black. I have a feeling that that was intentional by the writers to change her from that black attire she had into something white or something lighter. Colors are moods, and sometimes you just got to change your moods, or change your colors or whatever, or change your surroundings so you can change how you feel about yourself. That could change your mood, you know. So, you know, and that's how I do sometimes. I'll just change or won't wear a certain color. So even if I'm feeling bad, eventually my mood and my emotions will change. I thought that was cool. They're celebrating. I think there was 3 separate conversations with Danny. One with Fatima, Sabrina, and I think Karen, for her to make up with Andy during the night. They took separate photos. There was a photo with the original sisters, and then Karen took a photo with Fatima in it, and she was just taking photos. So some people online were shady about that, but it is what it is. So then they go to if you want to call it, more nightclub setting to celebrate more, so they can have drinks and all that good stuff. Of course, Fatima's going to have a mocktail. They get there. Sabrina gets approached by older gentlemen. Maurice is talking about all this granny stuff because how she wants to operate. It was so crazy. Dude talking, it looked like it's about to be a good experience, and then when he's about to leave and he has this drink, it's basically at the end of whatever they're him trying to mac on Sabrina, his teeth fall out. Pam busts out laughing. It's so crazy. I said, Lord, Sabrina gets all the duds. Rich, I don't know if he's at that party, but he's now just sulking because he really wants to get back with Sabrina. Zach is talking with them, but he said, you know, possibly you need some more wisdom. So Mr. Keys, he comes by and gives some older man wisdom. Of course, he's talking about all his woes and how he wants Sabrina back and all that. And Mr. Keys said, did you show her that you really wanted her and you really respect her, da-da-da-da-da? He was like, no, I've just been telling her, da-da-da-da-da. Basically. He didn't say it like that. I'm saying it like that. He said, you got to show him. And you know what? You also have to show accountability for where you did F up at. He didn't say that. I'm saying that. He says it's not hard for a man to please a woman. I said, oh, it's not. I mean, I'm not saying that they are, how can I say this? I don't think that women are complicated. I just didn't know it was so easy, you know. But I mean, some accountability and all that. Of course, it's harder with you sleeping with someone because you say that you care about her, but it was just so easy for you to go on and move on with your life. I don't know. But Rich, I don't know if you should be with her or not. We kind of liken Mr. Dr. Ding Dong, even though I thought he stole Danny's money. He's kind of a little bit more joyful, but we haven't really seen them in a relationship type of way. They've just been having sex. So, hey, maybe you got one up over him. My question is, why didn't Tony come with the guys? Because during season 8 or 7, whichever one, it was the 3 amigos, Jordan, Tony, and Rich. Zach wasn't even in the picture, and now this year, all of a sudden, Zach and Rich are buddies. I mean, it would have been cool for Tony to be there. I don't know how Zach would handle it because he is very cool with Danny, but who knows? Yeah, so that's why I was wondering about that. Danny thought that her money was stolen and blamed it on Tony. And then Sabrina had a reminder, don't you remember we put all your money into the savings? No, it's not stolen. So yeah, they was first ready to go beat that ninja down, but I know how she feels. I think that with the combination of losing her job, this man acting crazy, and look, just a lot going on. It's everything is a little bit unsure outside of the money that she has. So eventually, did Danny and Andy talk yet? I don't think they talked yet. No. I don't. Oh, Andy. Andy's getting all these messages from the doctor. I forgot his name now. She's avoiding him. Somehow he tracked her down at the club that they're at, and he says that he's outside and let's talk. She goes out there and is accusatory. Don't want to hear nothing or whatever. She's walking away and he grabs her arm. We thought it was a situation of him being like a Gary type person. We really don't know. You haven't even heard him explain anything. Like, I'm the reason that Karen's life was even saved. What are you talking about? She wouldn't let him explain anything, and I think that was totally wrong of Andy to do, but that's kind of Andy's MO when she wants to self-sabotage certain situations and relationships and all that. She just goes ratting off and she don't know what she's talking about, not for real. So she goes back inside, and she needs to go into the bathroom. We'll talk about that in just a second. However, the new 3 amigas, Maurice, Pam, and Danny, they end up talking to Karen about them taking over the salon. They want to turn it into a spa/salon. And of course, they're like, what that gonna look like? You know, right now it's kind of just dull, boring, but we want to spruce it up and do something a little bit more. Karen ends up saying, cool, I'm gone, y'all can have it. Yeah, so it'll be cool. So we got the 3 comedy reliefs in one place. That's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna love that type of energy, I'm telling you that much. Zach Fatima did have a scene. It was cool. And he's ready to put some more babies in Fatima. But anyways, back to the bathroom. She goes in there and vinces Sabrina and says that she confronted Dr. whoever it is. And then she starts ratting off all the men that she don't like. F this, F that, F Jordan. And then next thing you know, a blast from the past, Penelope shows right back up again. I said, Lord. The next week's previews is quite crazy. Because it looks like Penelope and Jordan are about to get into it. Ooh. 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 I said, oh, okay. And it looks like Andy about ready to really square down. I guess Fatima taught her something. Anyways, I'm kind of excited for next week. I'm sure we got probably like 2 or 3 more episodes left, and that's it for the season. I'm ready for it to go. I mean, it's been a better season. And as I said, I think that the writers for the last couple of years have had the difficult task of getting them out of this place from where season 6 left off. And I just think that they've done a great job. It was a lot of navigating and stuff that they had to weed through to kind of get to a more safe landing. But y'all can tell me what you thought. I appreciate everyone for coming. Like, comment, subscribe. Until the next one, peace. Bye.